Benny, back for another pre-season. How does it feel?
Yeah,
This will be about 10th, is it, or 11th?
Yeah, something like that. It might be my first full one I'll do. No, it's really exciting. Got a lot of new faces. Fresh year. This time of year is always exciting. You know what's happened, regardless of how well you go or poorly you go the year before. It's a new year, clean slate. New faces. So yeah, it's really exciting times.
Even though there are a lot of new faces in and some big names gone, do the expectations, they don't change this year for you guys?
Yeah, our standards and stuff and our goals as a group doesn't change. You know, if anything, we've got to raise the bar even more because, you know, like you've said, it's pretty well documented, sort of the experience and some of the ability of those players that we're missing. It's going to be sort of tough to fill, but they've done Bernie and Dan, and they've done really well recruiting. We're really confident in the guys that have come in. Your Kyle Godwins, Chris Alcox, Fiangas, there's loads of other young guys absolutely chomping on a bit and willing to really rip in at training. And if they get that chance come Super Rugby time, we know they won't disappoint.
Do you think, you're getting a little bit older in the group these days, do you think the body can handle the stuff that they're going to throw at you in the pre-season?
Yeah, certainly, mate. As you get older, the body will do what the mind tells it. So as long as mentally still willing to keep pushing myself and stuff, you just look at how old Josh Man-Ray is. The bloke's nearly 40 and he's still leading the charge. So just as you get older, you've got to be a bit smarter with how you look after your body. You don't bounce back and recover quite as quickly as the young bucks do, but you just got to be a little bit smarter, a little bit more diligent, and Bongi's definitely shown that the old fellas can keep up with the young bucks.
I guess they kind of eased you a bit through that NRC. Was it good to kind of get a little bit of an extra break?
Yeah, it was. I still watched with interest, and just obviously personally, having kids and stuff, it was good to spend a bit of time at home and just have a bit of a break. And really excited to sort of rip into training, and it was good to have a break, definitely.
Ben, Dan was just talking about the leadership group. I mean, you've been around for a while. Here, are you keen to take on a bit of a leadership role here?
I'm just keen to do my bit. So, with not just the playing abilities, but the leadership qualities of the guys that have left. You know, your Steve Moores, your Dave Pocox, Matt Tamuas. We'll get Christian back soon, hopefully. So, it's not just up for one or two blokes to do that. It's up for everyone. You know, to really, lift their game in that area. It's not just one or two blokes that need to set a good example. It's everyone. You know, we all have to live to the same standards. So it's definitely a group effort on that regard, because there is huge leadership qualities that have left the organisation.
Just on Christian, are the players keen to have him back here, even if he's not playing, just to be around the boys?
Oh, 100%. Everyone's still in contact with him. We miss him. We can't wait to get him back. We know he's been an inspiration. His whole attitude to this whole process has been unbelievable, and a lot of blokes are in contact with him daily. Just seeing how he's going down in Melbourne, and really excited to get him back. Whether we can't have him on the field in a playing capacity, we still want him. He's still our leader, and we still want him here as much as we can. But we understand the guy's got a fight on his hands, and he's got to deal with that first. We can wait till he's right to come back.
Talk about Christian being inspirational, like when the hard stuff starts in pre-season, and you talk about the body doing what the mind tells it. Like, he's sort of the extra inspiration, isn't he? That he'd love to be back here doing it, but he's not at the moment.
Exactly right, mate. When you're facing something he's facing, you really see things clearly. And we're incredibly fortunate to get to play rugby. And even though I might hate it a bit when we're getting flogged out in the sun, it's a bit hot. It's nothing compared to what he's dealing with at the moment. So he's been a huge inspiration for all the guys. Just every time we've got to catch up with him, just how bubbly he is, how enthusiastic he is, and just how much just how well he's handling the whole situation he's going through. He's been a tremendous inspiration for the guys. Even though he's not here with us right now, he's constantly in contact with all of us. Chipping us on, make sure boys we keep our standards up, all that sort of stuff. So he's been tremendously inspirational.
Sayer as well, coming back to Canberra. I think he probably would have been here when you first started, then took off. You played a lot of Wallabies together as well. How do you see him slotting back into this group?
Yeah, I never thought he'd come back. It's been a long time. We were in the Brumbies Academy together, long time ago now. I think 2004 or 5 or something, when he was finishing school. So, Sarah and I have known each other for a long time and butted heads a lot of time into playing the Reds and packed a lot of scrums together. So it's good to have him back. Obviously, Squeaky moving on's one of the best hookers in the world. There's big shoes to fill there, but we're confident not just in Sayer, but also in Josh Man-Ray and the young fellas. Robbie Abel, young Unga. They'll be ready to take their chance in that number 2 jersey. Whoever trains hardest and proves they deserve it will definitely be ready to fill that number 2 jersey.
How good is it having someone, like I know, talk about Bongo being almost 40, but he's still
At
young.
least 40.
Super rugby. But say coming back in with that experience, like, and still, I think he was on the cusp of World Cup last year and Spring Tour the year before, so he's still there or thereabouts.
Yeah, and I think if you actually go through our group, I mean, there's a few of us that have been in a final, super final, but Sayonan have actually won a title in 2011. So definitely that knowledge that they've got through going through that campaign will be very valuable to us. You know what worked for them during that time. I know it's a long time ago, but they've definitely got that experience. That we sort of a lot of our experience exited last year. So to have 2 guys with a huge wealth of experience is definitely beneficial for us.
What about your role? Like Alan's obviously playing tight head now too. Leslie coming through. You're almost going up against a couple of young fellas there. But are you still the versatile man or tight head specialist? Or?
Just play where I'm told, mate. Just play where I'm told. Just train hard and just do what I'm told.